now I'm going to show you how now I'm going to show you how the glow plug works and how you can replace it if needed. So this little wire is connected to the glow plug, which is way down there in the engine. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch as low as you can, and maybe kind of oily. You're just going to kind of pull out the wire.
Or not.
So, actually, start the countdown again.
Good.
So now I'm going to show you how the glow plug works in the engine, and how you can replace it if needed to. So what you're going to do is this little wire right here is connected to the starter, and that's how it also starts up this. It's not just the motor that just kind of gets the whole thing running, it's also part of the engine. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch low, and you can use pliers too, needle nose pliers. Pinch as low as you can, and you're just going to kind of pull out the wire. So this is what the end of it looks like. Don't worry if it looks all battered up, it's normal. So then what you're going to do, and as you can see, if you look very carefully into the engine, you can see the top of the glow plug and that little needle where the wire plugs into. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a socket wrench, for this one for instance, and it has a hexagon engraving on it. So, and you can just kind of unscrew it until it comes out. And make sure this little spacer comes out with it, that bronze spacer. And this is what the glow plug looks like. It's very small, and you think that wouldn't be able to do much. And this little washer that's in my hand is that little washer right there is very important because it spaces out just enough so that it doesn't go in, that the glow plug doesn't go in too far and not too far out. So what I'm gonna do is what happens when you use the Easy Start is because this wire goes onto that top right there. What it does is when you try to turn it on, it ignites that little bit a piece in there, and it glows like white hot, and that's what starts the piston. It's kind of like a spark plug in a car, and it also ignites the gas, which kind of makes the whole thing start up. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you, give you a demonstration on what it looks like when you try to start it up. Now I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna give a quick demonstration on what the glow plug does when you put in the Easy Starter and start the engine. So my dad here is gonna help me. He's gonna actually ignite the glow plug with a special tool. It's a glow plug igniter. So here it is. So when you turn it on, you can see that it glows like white hot. And that's what ignites the fuel and gets the piston to go. And you have to be very careful when doing this. That's why my dad is using pliers, because if you do it for too long, you can really burn yourself, because that's like white hot. Now I'm going to be showing, now that we have the glow plug wire out and the glow plug itself, I'm going to be showing, after that really long run of at least an hour, you always have to lubricate the engine. In other words, just kind of clean it out and get like all the grum in it out. So what I have here is just regular WD-40, and I'm going to be using this attachment for lubricating the engine. So what we're gonna do is as you can see, I took off the filter. It's right here, and we're gonna spray a 1 second burst of WD-40 into right here. So
into the carburetor.
Into the carburetor.
Good.
Like that. Just make sure it doesn't like squirt out. And we're gonna do about a 2 second round into the engine, into yeah, into the engine. It's just a tiny little hole. That's where the glow plug goes into. It's kind of hard to find sometimes. Here we go.
It's okay, it's okay.
So once you have that done, you're just going to let the lubricant settle for maybe a couple of seconds. And after you do that, we're going to take just a regular rag, like the one I used for cleaning, and we're going to put it over, we're going to cover the top of the engine.
This too.
And we're also going to cover the filter.
Just drape it over.
Yeah, so just kind of lay it over and kind of plug it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to prime the engine, and it'll get the lubricant to circulate through the whole engine to kind of rinse out the whole thing. So
You don't have to hold the rack.
I don't. Okay. So after you do that, after you do that, you can take off the rag, and there may be a little bit of like the lubricant on the rag, but that's very common. And what I've just done is I've just lubricated the engine. As you can see, like if you look through here, for example, it looks perfectly clean now, and there's like no lubricant showing now. And what I've done is I've just circulated the lubricants through the actual engine, and it's basically just kind of rinsed out the whole thing. And that's very important for keeping your engine lasting as long as it can, and also making sure. Alright, so I've put the glow plug back in, and we've reconnected the wire, and I'm just going to put back on the air filter, and as I did before, you just kind of force it on. Make sure it's good and tight. And I'm going to put on the cover now. It's still pretty dusty. Put the antenna hole on. Put on the cover. Put on the body mounts. Where's the fourth one? Oh well. Put on the body mount. And I don't know where the fourth one is, so that's the end of my after run maintenance review. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy your own.